Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned. Turnable, it's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, 53, 53, check 53. Bring it, bring it. Hey, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 4.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Lockett. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Now Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Check, crunch. Bang, 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 bang. Check 3. Easy. He's coming easy.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And his first carry, he loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Love. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch out.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he connects with Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, it's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Dancing to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year. They're going here. Back to throw. Love. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Winston. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Elliott, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looking to throw. Love. Buying time to his left. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. On first down, Love. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Throwing on first down. Love. That one complete to Elliott. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His third touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On first and 10, Winston. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Winston. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Winston. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it here with Logan. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. Winston. There goes a deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And that's caught. It's Hogan. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Love. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Escaping the pressure right. And Stills bringing it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love, flush to his right. He's going to run, but I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes left side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Back to throw. Love. And that's Elliott. Complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on first under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Looking to throw. Love. It's complete. Stills. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back to throw. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Love looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to throw. Love. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10, Love. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Logan. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 9, check 9. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 13, check 13. Slam, slam, slam. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Let's go.
They run again with Logan. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Winston to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Stills, right side. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go. You tighten up. He's checking.
He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Winston. And able to find John Brown. A gain of 39 that time. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And no, it's no good. Rejected by the crossbar. What a heartbreaking finish. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.